The first key significant financial ratio is the earnings per share ratio. Earnings per share ratio can be arrived at by dividing the total earnings of a company by the number of shares outstanding of a company on the stock exchange. Remember, we learnt the meaning of number of shares outstanding of a company in the previous topic. Number of shares outstanding, I repeat, is simply the number of shares of a particular company listed on the stock exchange. A company may or may not list all of its shares or equity on the stock exchange. Earnings per share denotes the profitability of a company. It simply means the amount of profits the company generated per share outstanding of the company on the stock exchange. Let's understand this in a bit more detail. Also, we need to understand how to apply the EPS ratio, which is the more important thing. So EPS, as we've discussed, indicates the profitability of a company. EPS trends are usually studied over the period of 3 to 5 years in the past and seen over a trend line. If there is a rising trend line, then you're good to go and the company is a good performer. But in case of a falling trend line, you need to go deeper to assess the reason for the fall. So now let's understand how do we assess this reasons for the fall. Let's take an example of Airtel as a stock. Now, if Airtel is seeing a falling trend line in an EPS in the last 3 to 5 years, and if you compare this EPS ratio with its other peers like Idea or Reliance Digital, and check the EPS ratio of the other companies which are similar to Airtel, and if they all have falling trend lines, that means there is a problem with that sector itself. There has been some regulation, rules or policies that may have been launched recently due to which the entire sector is facing issues and it's not the problem of a particular stock. However, if Airtel only sees a negative EPS or a falling trend line and its peers are showing a growing trend line, then Airtel would not be a stock to buy. That's it on EPS. In the next chapter, we'll learn about the PE ratio.